Creating content online is super important if you want to build trust with your audience, build relationships, and get more leads and traffic to your websites. In this video, I'm going to share with you how I use content repurposing strategy. So instead of just creating one piece of content, in this case for a YouTube video, I'm going to take that piece and turn it into other digital assets that I can use in other ways. So if you have been following me on my YouTube channel, I have another video that tells you my YouTube content and monetization strategy, where basically I explained how I don't create free content for the sake of creating free content. I get paid to tap into my knowledge and expertise. I get asked questions by people who've actually paid me to ask me those questions, and then I create content based on those questions. Now in this video, I'm going to show you, now that I've created that piece of content, how I'm going to repurpose that piece of content in other ways to even leverage this strategy even further. So here is an email to my list that I'm currently writing, and I'm basically going to call this my YouTube content strategy explained. So I recorded this video where I taught my YouTube content strategy. Now this is not even edited yet, nothing like that. This is using Loom. Now I've already added it in my project management to my video editor to create. So you can see it right here, my YouTube content and monetization strategy. This will go to the pipeline from my video editor, and it will happen when it happens, in the next few days, maybe the next couple of weeks, depending on what other content I want to prioritize. In the meantime, I'm going to use this content. So you can see right here that this is a 6 minutes video, or 12 minutes video actually, and I can click on this button right here, which is transcript. So review transcript, and I can see it right here. Now I can copy the transcript, go to my email, and I'm click to my email, and I'm going to copy and paste the transcript of this video to an email that I'm going to be sending. Now I'm not going to send the whole thing, but it will give me a lot of content that I basically need to be able to write a really high quality email list and leverage it right away. Because I've just recorded this content, it will be a shame to not use it in some way. So I'm going to paste, put this text here, make it aligned, hey, first name, and paste in the transcript. Now I can go through this transcript and customize this and turn it into a proper email. So my YouTube recently got approved for the YouTube Partner Program. I want to show you my strategy behind the scenes of how it works. This is a very unique strategy, and it has nothing to do with YouTube algorithm. It has nothing to do with my competitors. It has almost nothing to do with keyword research. This strategy, now because it's written content, you want to cut out the filler words. This strategy makes it possible for you to get paid for your YouTube content before you even create it. Remove this, a little backstory. In April 2020, I launched. Okay, now I'm going to grab the link as well to that sales page, because that's a good thing to link so people can click if they're interested. Now I'm going to make the settings so the link is going to be a different color. Okay. Okay, that's good. I'm going to link the Loom as well, so that's my affiliate link. And then again, I'm going to link YouTube channel SEO manager, or virtual assistant of whole. Okay, so then here's the thing, right? With this one, he uploads the content. It does all the specifics as explained in my YouTube SEO course. And then I'm going to link that. Again, this is another strategy called pretty links. I can find links easy. I'm going to link that as well. Okay, I'm going to find these particular playlists. Javi playlist. This is system playlist. Zenler playlist. And Searchie playlist. When I first got started, I did all this work on my own. Slowly but surely, I built up a large library of content. This in turn also meant that there are lots of questions that now get asked that I already and previously and do not need to answer again. This enabled me, a year into my membership, to hire out virtual assistants to be able to take care of the questions from new members. Since I already answered a lot of the questions and these are repetitive, I unknowingly replaced myself out of the process of answering questions because they are all mostly done. This does not mean that there are no more questions to answer. There is always more. But the beauty is that these videos become digital assets that in turn grow my audience in addition to serving my existing audience. These videos also inevitably became the training for my virtual assistants so they can learn their role. Even though the membership is low ticket, there is tremendous value in having paid customers who feed you with content ideas and enabling you to get paid to create content. Pro tip: when I record the video answers to my member, I never say, "Hey Bill, thanks for your question," or some such. I always optimize the beginning of the video to make it an evergreen piece of content for YouTube. So I start by saying, in this video I am going to cover ABC, challenge, and question from my member. This question came from one of my members in my tech support membership. I wanted to share this answer publicly, as chances are there are other people who are interested to know how to solve XYZ challenge. Then I get into the solution and show and explain my answer, or share my screen and show what the solution is. I end the video with a call to action, which is specific to people learning membership as well, and do the usual YouTube outro call to actions, such as leave a comment if you found this helpful, or something like that. Okay. By doing that, I have a few benefits. One, raising awareness that I have a paid service, driving traffic to my website, channel, make my content searchable in evergreen, getting paid to create content instead of doing it for free. The key difference is I get paid to create content first, instead of creating content first in the hopes of getting paid. This is one of the biggest perks in launching a membership if you are an expert on some topic. Speaking of membership, if you want to learn more about how to launch one, opening the doors, ECT coaching and templates membership on the 15th of February 2023. It will only be open to join for 7 days, and the price will be $77 a year. This is a founding member price, only available on that week. So make sure you mark your calendar for that. Note that this particular email is going to further be repurposed into a blog post, or become a chapter in a much more comprehensive guide about content strategy, which will be part of the coaching and templates paid membership. So you definitely want to make sure you have marked the dates for that, for the doors opening to that membership. This email is very much a coaching type email, but there is another aspect, which is a template for the video creation process, video production process, creation and production process. There is a lot more behind the scene to have a smooth running video production machine, which will be shared as templates, as project management templates. Okay, now let's see if there's anything else in the email I can use. I've talked about the YouTube, I've talked about the FAQs, I've talked about uploading it, I've talked about creating blog posts. Okay, now I'll give them a little summary. In summary, get people to pay you a small fee to ask you questions. Membership launch. Answer these questions in a video format that is evergreen as a digital asset. Give these answers to your customers right away. Take these video answers and turn them into content on social media. By the way, it doesn't have to be YouTube. It can be Instagram Reels or some such. I simply prefer YouTube due to the SEO benefits. Continue to answer questions from paid members and encourage more of these. Continue to create content based on questions from paid members. Once you have a library, you can start, as you increase your cash flow, start hiring out help to edit and publish the content, as well as to answer the questions that have already been answered. Automate, systemize, outsource. Follow my framework of eliminate, automate, systemize, outsource, which I discussed in my 21 productivity tips and hacks ebook. And I can also share that. I think that's the one. Yeah, that's good. I'm not gonna link that actually. Automate, systemize, outsource. Okay, this gave me the content for the video, for the email. It's good. Hope you found this email helpful and valuable. I'd love to hear the feedback to it. Okay, go back. Hi, my YouTube channel recently got approved for each product program. I'm going to show you the YouTube strategy. Okay, so now I've written this email. This is excellent. Now I'm going to show you the next hack. I can now go to one of my blogs and I can create a blog post based on that. Now, because this is an email, I have an entirely different blog, which is specifically for email newsletters. So this one, I'm going to now go here to email newsletter archives before I send that email, and I'm going to create a new blog post. Now, let me show you an email that I wrote yesterday. So it was a big email, right? It was the first email for 2023. I put the subject line when I sent it. I read the email in a video format, and then this is the email. And I basically turned this into a blog post, which is another great SEO content as well, because this email is basically publicly available. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this content of what I just created. The subject line is my YouTube content and monetization strategy explained. This newsletter written to share behind the scenes of how I create content for YouTube and getting paid to do so before creating any content in the first place. Okay, this will automatically add the content. I'll need to create an image, that's something separate. So I'll have a VA do all that for me. And then this blog post, now what I'm going to do is I can do two things. I could just, I'll just go there for right a second just to show you. I'm going to style it a little bit, like that's a whole different strategy. I'll do a different video about me writing a blog post based on the email. But I did want to show you a little bit about how it's done briefly. So subject, my YouTube content and monetization strategy explained. This email was sent to my entire email list on the 20th. Okay, now I'm going to add the next section like so. I'll just put the text for the sake of demonstration. I'll paste everything in like so, which is the entire email. That will be styled separately. Okay, so don't worry about how it looks right now. And I'm going to turn this into a proper blog post basically. Now, before I actually send this email through, what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to record me reading this email to my email list. And to do that, I use a software called Searchie. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here on Searchie. You'll see this will appear right here. And I'm going to still share the full desktop, but I'm going to do that separately. So basically, I'll record this video before I actually send it. And I will basically, this is Searchie. I'm going to click on start recording, record me reading the email to make people's life easier. Close Searchie. And then I will link the video at the very top right here. I'll click here to watch, listen to this email. There you go. Okay. And of course, I'll change that so it's a little bit more obvious, things like that. I will link the video here, basically. Okay. Click on Save Changes. And that's how I repurpose the content. So the video that I just created here, which is my YouTube content, even though it's a YouTube channel, it's gone to my YouTube videos and so on. This is a piece of content that's now turned into an email. It's going to turn into a blog post. And based on the different links that I've shared, I might make money based on the project management for Blue. I might make money because I share my affiliate link for Loom. I might make money because I shared my $19 course for YouTube SEO. I might make money from my membership, which I'm launching as well. So you can see there's just different angles on how to create content, using that content to try and monetize from different angles. So there you go. That's how I repurpose content for different things. Of course, there is other things you can do. For example, you can turn it into an Instagram post, carousel posts. You can post this on Facebook, things along these lines. Now that I've kind of said that, one thing I can do is I can actually copy this and go to Facebook and actually do another Facebook post just based on that, basically. So I'm going to go here, what's in your mind, paste in the text, and here is a post, basically, and I'm going to call this my YouTube content and monetization strategy explained. My YouTube recently got approved. Channel got approved for YouTube product program. I'm going to show you my content strategy behind the scenes. This Facebook post is going to be further repurposed into a blog post, become a chapter in a much more comprehensive guide about content strategy with part of the coaching technique. Thanks for reading. Was this helpful? Okay, now I can go to Canva because I want to get attention, and I'm going to create a thumbnail. Now here I have a standard thumbnail for blog posts, because remember that blog post that I wrote? I need a thumbnail for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a thumbnail which is the correct sizing for blog post in system, but I'll repurpose it for Facebook. So let's do something like that. I'm going to find the content right here. So I'll click on add page, have a look on templates here on the left. If there's anyone that I like, let's search for YouTube. This is a presentation. I can delete this and copy and put this here as well. I can make this one a little bit bigger, like so. I'll make this text a bit smaller and a bit smaller like this. And there you go. Now I'll do my face because pictures are always good. Search for a run. Before I do that, I'm going to search for a frame. Do something like this. And then find a nice picture of me. Actually, you know what? No picture. I'm going to click here. Click on download. Click on P. Do this one individual page, like so. Download it. Monetization strategy. I like that. Label the title, this as well. This is important for SEO. Now I'm going to go back here, click on the image, click here, click here, click here. Now I've got a Facebook post. Now I'm going to read this again before I post it, just to make sure I didn't make any typos. But here's what's really clever. Okay, with my email, realize that I don't have to send the email right away. I'll get more engagement right away from the Facebook post, actually. So what I can do is I can read the Facebook post, make sure I'm happy with it. Once I'm happy with it, I will then post it, let the engagement happen on Facebook. In the meantime, I will schedule the newsletter to be sent out in, say, 5 hours or 10 hours or something like that while I'm sleeping, and let that happen naturally on its own as well. So I target them from here, I target them from there, and you know, some people who are on my email list might not see my Facebook post, and vice versa. Here I am on the blog post, and I can choose, and then I will use the title of the YouTube image that I use for my Facebook. I'm going to use the same one here for the blog post as well. So I can basically get two things done at the same time. It's good. So let's do a quick recap. I recorded a video for my YouTube channel to explain to people about my YouTube content strategy step by step. I took the video, which is recorded on Loom. I shared it with my video editor or my project management, and then that will take its place and it will be edited in its own time. In the meantime, to be able to make use of this content right away, I went to the transcript. It's automatically done through Loom. I copy and paste it into an email, and in the email, I then use that transcript to create a content for my email marketing, and sell a few of my products, whether it's affiliate links or my direct digital product. Then I took that same email, put it into a Facebook post, tweaked it, and created a thumbnail that is going to be able to help get attention on Facebook when people are scrolling through the feed. I used that same thumbnail and then I posted that into my blog posts, so for SEO purposes. Now I can also take that specific thumbnail, okay, and I'll show you. I can literally grab that thumbnail now and send it to my phone as well. By sending it to my phone, I actually have highlights on my Instagram, and these highlights have free training, for example, and I can post it into my story and add to my highlights. It will link directly to my YouTube video whenever it goes live, or link to my Facebook post if I want to drive traffic from Instagram to Facebook, or link directly to other things. Or another thing I can do is I can go to my Facebook post, take screenshots, and post it straight onto my Instagram story as well to share that content on Instagram. So there's many ways you can repurpose, and this is just a little bit of something that you just kind of have to get into the groove of doing and get creative ways of how to repurpose your content. That's about it. Hope you get value from this little workshop about how to repurpose content, and I'll speak to you in the next video.